Hey everyone, Skid here with not only my very first video for Raid Shadow Legends, but my first video ever on YouTube. My goal for this video is to kind of tell you guys a little bit about myself and why I'm here, to share my future plans for the channel and for Raid in general. So some background about myself: my name is Skid, I'm from Phoenix, Arizona. I do have a job right now, working 40 hours a week with construction, and I'm also attending college, so I'm very busy. But this is something I really wanted to do, so I really hope it pays off, and I hope you guys like my content in the future. So I started playing just over 4 months ago, and I got hooked by Ash's very first video on YouTube for Raid. I watched it, downloaded the game immediately, and I just could not stop playing it. So I really hope that you guys are as invested in this game as I am and love it just as much. So what can you expect from my channel? I'm hoping to have a variety of different things. I want to incorporate on this channel things like updates, like important information in the game that could potentially be useful for other players. I also want to include fun videos, like Arena Saturdays. I know Hell Hades does that every once in a while. Also do some shard pull videos, stuff like that. I would also love to have other YouTubers on the channel for interviews and such, but seeing as how I'm so new, have currently, as I'm making this video, 0 subscribers, that could be something that is in the far future, but we'll see, and I hope that you guys are along the ride with me for it. So, oh yeah, by the way, if you are watching this video right now, feel free to like and subscribe to my channel. It would mean a lot to me. So, moving on. Another thing you can expect is around 3 to 5 videos a week for the channel, depending on how busy I am. I do, like I said, have 40-hour work weeks and college online classes. So it really just depends based on the week on how many videos I'm going to get out. I also wanted to include things like champion guides or tutorials on certain aspects of the game. A lot of people have trouble with Spider's Den, Clan Boss, but I feel like I could be useful for things like that. And also certain champions are really awesome to know a lot about. So I will come out with great content for that for you guys. If you have any other ideas of things you would like me to create a video on, feel free to comment on any of my videos. So I'll just get right into giving you guys a quick tour of my personal account. So here, we'll just go straight into champions. So I only have 5 legendaries, one of which is in the vault here. I'll just show you guys real quick who I have. So I have Whirlin Frost King from the Night Revenant. I got him from the last battle pass, and I'm actually really excited for the new battle pass that's going to come out, by the way. But Whirlim, he's an okay champion. He was really the first arena champion that kind of gave me a boost in the arena, but since then I've had other people. Anyways, here I'll show you. I have okay artifacts on him, not super great, but I'll show you his total stats. Health points 34k, not too great, but I am relying a little bit on defense. But as you can see, my defense is pretty average. He has good speed, terrible crit rate, but that's not really what I was looking for. I want him to create survivability in my team, so I have him with a lot of resistance and enough accuracy to get his freezes off on his A1 every once in a while. So yeah, here I'll just give you his skills really quick. So he has a freeze on his A1, 30% chance currently. I don't have a lot of books, so you're going to see a lot of my legendaries aren't even booked. This one I also use in the arena, which helps a lot with my Mountain King. I'll get to him in a second, with the increased crit damage, and also gives more survivability because it places the decreased crit damage on the opposing team. This is also great for survivability with my team, Ice Grave Armor, strengthen and increase defense. And then I also use him for my aura, which is the ally defense in the arena. So then I have my Mountain King. I recently got him, I think 1 or 2 weeks ago, but he has the most power in my whole account, 93k, and I have him in pretty good gear. I'll show you, I'll go through his skills really quick before I show you what gear I have on him. So he has Thunder Cleave, which is, just attacks one enemy based on HP and attack. Enchanted Axe. Ignores 50% of the target's defense. This is the hardest hitting one of his skills. Regal Force. This is nice because when you're facing, people with block damage, that helps a lot. So, it ignores shield and block damage buffs. And then he has this. Increases this champion's attack by 50% each time this champion kills an enemy and stacks up to 100%. The only downside is it resets each round. Imagine if you had this guy in like Dragons and it didn't reset each round. He could be, by the end, he could be doing tons of damage. But it doesn't really do that. Anyways, let's go to his artifacts. So he has 94k health points, which scales really well with his damage. Most of his moves all of his moves are based on damage and attack, but HP and attack, that's my bad. But it scales much higher off of his health points. So I have a modest attack and a really high HP. You will notice about him, he is so slow, 100. When I was gearing him up, I was so focused on getting health points, crit rate, crit damage, and resistance that I didn't even think about speed. But most of the time he can survive in order to one-shot each of the enemy's team. So it works out in the end. I do have a high resistance team. So I don't have 100% crit rate because I was really trying to fit him into crit damage gloves. So I have a pretty good amount, 89%. So, and then I have really high resistance on him because he is so slow. So he won't get things like fear, true fear, stuns on him pretty much ever with where I'm at in the arena. And then I have Tyrant, who I also use in the arena, just for extra support. As you can see, I just have, these are my 4 arena champions, and it's all support just so Mountain King can stay alive because he is so slow in order to one-shot the whole team. So that's kind of my strat for the game. I'm gonna just upgrade this really quick, level 12. But yeah, I also just pulled Tyrant. I just turned level 60 in my account, and with that Sacred Shard as a reward, I got Tyrant and I was stoked. So he helped me get to Spiders 20, and now I could fully auto Spiders 20, which is a pretty large success for me. Oh, and that's great. I just landed extra accuracy. Oh, sorry. But yeah, so with my Tyrant, his skills, Feast of Flame, attacks one enemy, heals by 25% of the damage. Hellfire, HP burn. It can be booked out to 100%, but as I told you before, I have hardly any other legendary books. And then this provides ally protection and increased defense. This is cool too for the arena because once he gets HP burns on people, that decreases the damage by 10%. So that's super nice also to keep my guys alive. Now with his artifacts, 50k HP, which is pretty high. So whenever I first got him, I saw that he was an HP champion. I was like, oh, I'm gonna stack on HP. I had him at 70k HP, and then I realized, his skills are based off of defense. So yeah, so I kept some HP, and I stacked on more defense as well. So he has pretty high defense at 3.8k. With a lot of health, so that keeps him alive in the arena, and that's also great for the ally protect as well. He has hardly any crit rate. As I said, all my damage is coming from Mountain King. He has not super great, but an okay resistance, and he has really high accuracy, which is impressive because, as you can see, I have a resistance banner instead of an accuracy one. So I was pretty proud to get that much accuracy on him without that. And then for my final arena champ, that I use Ray. She's super great because of this skill. Attacks all enemies, removes all buffs, and has 50% chance to place a freeze debuff for 1 turn. So you could potentially freeze most of their team with this skill, on top of getting rid of that increased defense, ally protect, counter attack, whatever your enemy team has on them for buffs. Super awesome. I don't use this skill for her much because I have her built more tanky and with no damage at all, and then this one is nice for decreased defense. So I'll show you what she has for her total stats. Her health points, 40, it's okay. She has pretty good defense. She has 3.2k. Her speed is not super quick, 164, but that's nice because then the enemy can get all their buffs up just for her to use that banish move and remove all of them. Crit rate, low, just like everybody else, so she's not built for damage at all. I don't know if that was a mistake, but I just wanted her to stay alive for that banish move. I gave her a ton of resistance as well, not as much as Mountain King, and she also has good accuracy. So yeah, and then I have just a few things here and there that I've built out. Right now I'm trying to build Stagnite. I've heard he's pretty good. And then for my last legendary, I have sorry, I'm gonna take him out. This was my first legendary right here, Royal Huntsman. I used him in the arena for a while. He's not that good. The only skill he has that really is good for that is dead aim. Takes one guy out immediately, but Mountain King can do that with all his moves, so why not? Alright, so let's see. Oh yeah, and if you couldn't tell, I don't have a lot of legendaries, only 5 of them, and that's because I was free to play up to about 2 weeks ago. So for most of the time I've been playing on this account, I haven't spent any money, and so that's why I have so few legendaries and very few epics that I've built out. I don't have many level 60s, but I'm getting there. So yeah, I just started spending a little bit of money on the game a little while ago. So yeah, I just bought a couple of the packs where I got some shards, some energy, and I'm saving up for the fusion right now because I'm really interested about this new champion that's coming out. But anyways, I'm going to do an arena battle or two for you guys, and then we'll call it a day. So let's see. Let's try. This team looks fairly easy. Usually it's like a 50-50 chance for me. I am in gold 4, lower end of gold 4. My arena team is not super great. I am waiting just for a champion that would help it out a lot. So we will see. My power is 214, so I do have a lot of resistance, so we'll see if that works. Oh wow, that's surprising. I get to go first with how slow my team is. And so we'll do this move for Whirlim. Alright, and then with the Ally Protect, that's great. And defense. And I might want to keep my Banish for whenever Miscreated Monster does his Ally Protect. Yeah, I might do that and just get some decreased defense if I can. Yeah, I got a couple off there. See, just got resisted. Okay, that's perfect because my next turn I can just take off all the buffs. I'll just go for you. You're gonna... Okay, perfect. And then just for some extra survivability, I think this one's already in the bag. We'll get off some HP burns here. And here's revive, of course. And then we'll take off all of their buffs. It's great. And you can see she was not revived because she took off all the buffs before. Alright, and yeah, we'll just put this on auto for now. And that should be the end of the video. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please hit that subscribe and like button. It would mean the world to me. And I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.